Solid Steppers. This is Miss Ward coming to you from sunny South Florida, pre-July 4th. Today is July 3rd. Looking forward to hanging out with one of my customers in Parkland. Parkland Country Club Estates. Going out there to take care of a quick dryer. I'm sure it's going to be something simple. Let's put that in the universe. Thermofuse and a cleaning. So, doing what we do. You know, I was reflecting on my week about how I'm splitting my time. This second half of the year, I'm really focused on business optimization, making sure that I work on the most profitable items, also the quickest turn items, one-stop completions, and making sure the same is for my subs and employees. One thing that people always ask me about is adding another person or adding staff. And I think people have to be very clear about what that is. You can always expand your business and you grow quicker with more than less, but you have to have processes in place to manage those people and manage the expectations, not just of the staff, but of yourself. You know, a lot of times people think that when you add someone, you're going to double you, but the reality is the person you're adding is not you. They have different goals, aspirations, and things of that nature. So you have to take that into consideration. You have to take in consideration that people have different work ethics, that they all hold on to some form of what they believe in. So you have to manage through that and around that and respect what people bring to the table. That is a mastery in itself. I'm sure there are people you can reflect on that have come across your life that you will work for free for just because of the way they handled you and treated you when you were, you know, in their management train. There are people there are guys that could call me today and say, Miss Ward, I need X, Y, and Z. I'm right there. It's not even a conversation. We ain't even talking money because I already know how to get down. You know, at the end of the day, you have to have your go-tos, and you want to be that for the right person, the right employee. There are two guys I know that are doing really well, well, several, but two that come to mind. I was actually talking to someone about them yesterday. Michael Nunez, which is the center of my heart, is out in Puerto Rico blowing up the market. He has 2 locations here, and he just opened one in Puerto Rico. And he actually called me and asked me if I wanted to purchase the ones here in the States. And I was like, bro, I don't even live in that world anymore, you know? But I appreciated the offer and the level of respect. He basically said, Miss Ward, before I put this out here on the market, I was going to extend it to you first just out of respect at a specific rate because I know who you are and how you get down, and I already know your next level. So shout out to you, Mr. Nunez. Continue to do your thing. Just be careful over there in Puerto Rico. You know, so at the end of the day, yes, he gives me a lot of credit for coaching and training him and believing in him. But what I'm very clear about is he had the ingredients. All I did was, you know, help him to understand that he was capable of anything he put his mind to and to trust his gut. And he has done that, and he's doing extremely well. I think he's up to about 70 or 80,000 a month right now in Puerto Rico in the endeavor. And now I think he's got a private label. He runs a tire shop and a rim shop there. And right now, I know he's going to private label those rims so they have his trademark, his name, his likeness. I'm very, very proud of this young man. I think he's like maybe 30 right now, maybe 29, 30, somewhere up in there. So I have a lot of respect for him because he's a young guy that came here with nothing, you know, did a stint in the military, you know, paid his dues, came out, you know, to work in the civilian world and realized that a W-2 is not the way to go for him because he would go to his managers with goals and aspirations, and the managers would try to pigeonhole him. And, you know, I was a manager who didn't. I was like, whatever you want to do, I support you in it. The sky's the limit. I gave him responsibilities way before people felt like he was ready. He was maybe 23, 24 at the time. I had him running multiple locations, training people, but he had it, and I knew it. So I was believing in him before he believed in himself, for real. But I saw it, and that's what I mean about raw talent and pouring into people. Young people, old people, age ain't nothing but a number, but you got to be willing to pour into people that are willing to pour into you, you know, that believe in what you stand for. So going back to the employee process, if you're going to employ someone, or if you're going to work with a sub, be very clear that you are not hiring yourself. And I think that people get that twisted. Like, I have frustrations on a daily basis about how some of my subs move, but hey, I'm not gonna cut them off. I'm gonna utilize them for what they're good for. If this is their area of expertise, I'm not gonna ask them to go any further than that, because that is our arrangement. And I'm not gonna put them in environments that I know they are not going to bring home the goods. And I think that a lot of times when people ask people to do something, they move a certain way, they don't take into consideration the thought process, the things that aren't being said, because people will look you in the face and say, yes ma'am, no ma'am, and all along have like a knife and a dagger behind their back, or ulterior motives, or they trying to figure out how they're gonna go do something else before or after what you requested them to do. I've had guys forget about jobs I sent them because they had so much going on. Now at the end of the day, I was pissed, but I also understood the character of that guy, and I knew if he said he forgot, he really did. It wasn't like he was trying to screw me, and he apologized like a man for it. You know, I've had guys have little bumper accidents in my vehicles and shit, and I was like, but I had to suck it up, you know, and I had to be the owner that I am and take care of those bills, work out the arrangements, whatever. But this is all the cost of doing business. And I really need people to stop trying to penny pinch shit. I have people calling me, asking me about marketing, this and that. I give them the connect, and because the amount is a certain amount, they don't want to pay it. Well, shoot, you don't want to deal with real marketers. At the end of the day, I can't do everything for you, and I'm going to point you in directions with people I trust. If you don't run with it, it's on you. Keep counting them pennies and stay your ass in 2015. Right now, y'all better be changing with the times and adjusting your business and your life accordingly. So as I stated, my goals at the end of the year is just really working on my physical being, my health, my mental health, all that good shit, so I can be a superstar in 2022, because I'm going to look totally different. My business is going to look totally different because it has grown by leaps and bounds, not in the direction that most people would think, but I'm not most people. And I'm never going to apologize for being the phenomenal chick I am. But with that said, enough of me bragging on me. I want you guys to get out here and get you. I want you to stay focused, and I want you to be very clear about your path. You know, remember, not everybody has all the answers, including Miss Ward. But I damn sure know how to go get them. And I suggest that's a skill set you invest in. So with the year going to be coming to a close shortly, y'all see July's here, so y'all already know we on the downslope. Better get it together, y'all. The consultation link's in the bio. And I will talk to y'all later. Let me go get this paper.